Hello guys, how are we all doing? Welcome back to yet another video. Today we've got some early Premier League predictions. They're not mine, I've already given you mine. We're going to get some controversy today. It's Cookie.
Hey mate, how you doing? You alright? I'm really thrilled to be back on the channel. I'm going to spit some facts, tell you where the teams are going to finish, and it's all going to be truthful, I think.
Can you be nice today?
No.
No? Okay. Like I say, guys, I usually say with my predictions, don't be offended, but with Cookies, I expect a lot of you will be. Before we get into this video today, guys, please do make sure to show some support. We'll go for 500 likes on this video, so hit that thumbs up button. And do make sure, of course, to subscribe for more Premier League content if you haven't already. Let's get into the tier list. Okay, so we've done this on a tier list before for my predictions. You've got the top four, the teams 5th to 10th battling for European football. Mid-table, safe of the drop. We're going to have a few teams just getting over the line this season, and Cookie's bottom three. Cookie's teams to go down to the Championship. Let's get started with Burnley.
Going down. Straight back down we go. Do you know what it is? No, hold on. Do you know what it is with Burnley? Like, I know they stomped the Championship, but I don't think they're going to go any further than that when it comes to the Premier League. It's a really strong league, and that is just, nah, it's not happening. Straight down. I would be tempted to say 20th.
Wow.
Yeah, shocking. They're not going to do anything.
They smashed the Championship, though.
Yeah, it's the Championship, though, isn't it? And they just come down from the Premier League. Like, it's to be expected. But I don't think they're going to do much when they come back up. Like, there's going to be way too much talk about Vincent Kompany as well. And like, oh yeah, he's the Oracle, this, that, and the other. Waffle. They're going down again. Wow.
Okay, Burnley down. Brentford next.
I'm going to go mid-table. Yeah, standard mid-table. I think they've had a good season again, and I think going forward into the next season, it's going to be a very similar sort of approach. They're just a well-run club like your Brightons and that, and I think pretty decent. And we're going to see another good showing from them, I reckon.
But maybe no Ivan Toney.
Maybe no Ivan Toney, but I think they're going to get someone in. I mean, they always seem to do well with their signings, so I wouldn't be surprised if someone comes in, does a job. They have been linked actually with one of our players, isn't it? Victor Gyökeres.
Yeah.
So you never know. He's not good enough for them anyway.
Okay, Brentford mid-table. That's fair enough, Cookie.
Yeah.
You were nice there. You were nice.
I was.
Let's move on to Villa.
Surviving.
What?
Surviving.
What?
What do you mean?
But they just finished 7th.
Yeah, and they're now in Europe. You've got to always factor this into the game, you know. Like, they're now in Europe, so they've got a lot of competitions. They're going to have to strengthen. Now, don't get me wrong, the team's okay. But are they going to be able to do it over like 50 games in a season, 60 games in a season? I don't think so.
Really?
Yeah, because we saw it with West Ham this season. The year before they did all right. This season, admittedly, they've gone and won a trophy, fair play. But what was their league performance like? It was absolutely shocking, and they survived. I'm going to go for the same thing from the other team in claret and blue.
All right, well, do you think at the same time then they will go far in that competition?
I mean, every chance, let's be serious. Like, the manager's quality, and that's his competition, isn't it? They're going into a really strong sort of competition there.
Yeah.
But is it Europa League they're going into?
They're in the conference one.
I mean, even so, like, Unai Emery as your leader in that competition, I think you've got every chance of bringing home some silverware there.
Yeah. All right, let's move on to Man City.
Surviving. No, I'm joking. Top 4 easily all day long. We don't need to talk about that.
Surely top 1.
I mean, they're always going to compete, aren't they? If Pep stays there and they still have the players, they're going to compete. There's not really a lot you can say about this. Like, it's actually quite boring, isn't it?
Yeah, do you know what? I seem to put Man City top 4 and move on quickly because
it's boring. Just
like Grealish, Haaland, De Bruyne, just too much quality.
You know, when some clubs they sort of like have like a big drop off, like we saw Chelsea this season have a drop off, Liverpool had a drop off. You ain't going to see it from these. It's just top 4 every single time.
Let's go for Wolves.
Do you know what? I'm torn here between surviving and bottom 3, but I think I'm going for bottom 3. There's a few reasons. I don't believe Neves is staying. They're going to lose a few players, and I don't think Lopetegui's up to it. If I'm totally honest, it's a big task. There are a lot of strong teams in the division, and I don't see them being able to like recuperate. We're talking about Ruben Neves, a geezer, could easily get in the top 4. Any team in the top 4 or top 6, and he's going to leave, and I think that's going to be a massive loss for him. And I just don't think going forward it's gonna work, and I think they're really going to struggle.
Really?
Yeah,
wow.
proper.
Okay. Let's move on to AFC Bournemouth.
So this was another toss-up for me between bottom 3 and surviving, and they had a great season this year. They obviously need to strengthen because they're looking. Well, they don't look strong, do they? Let's be serious.
What about the manager, O'Neill, who got them over the line?
Yeah, good job, well done. Do you know what I mean? But like, are they going to do that again? I don't know. Like, I'm torn here, but like, stick them in the bottom 3 for now. And when it comes to another team down the line, I'm going to make my decision then. But stick them in the bottom three. That's obviously the three at the minute, but that I think that's going to change. Because to me, it's a toss-up between surviving and bottom three. And I'm going to tell you a couple of more teams in a bit for the bottom three, but then I'll change it.
You've got the Bournemouth fans on the edge of their seats now watching this. Like they're like, are we going to be going down?
Because they did all right, innit? They did enough. They beat the teams around them. They did what they needed to do. Like, and fair enough. But are they going to do it next year? Right. It looks harder, you know.
Everton.
Mid-table.
Really?
I'm having it. Sean Dyche, mate.
Do you know what? I feel like this list is so different to mine already.
Yeah, probably. Like,
Everton mid-table. I mean, do you know what? I've got nothing against Everton. It'd be great to see that club push on because they are a big club. They shouldn't be like battling for survival, should they?
No, for sure.
But a lot of people will fancy them to be in the mess.
I really like Sean Dyche, and I think next season when he's had a full pre-season and he gets a couple of the signings that he wants to come in, I actually think they can be quite a tricky outfit to play against. You know, like they're not really the worst side in the world, and I think this year probably mismanaged at the start, and then he's obviously had to come in and try and save the day. I think, do you know what? Like, if he's given the opportunity to build, it could be all right, you know.
Yeah, possibly. I think his record since he came into Everton, like, had them as a mid-table side. So if he carries that on, like, maybe going into next season, could be good. Man United, do they get top four again?
I'm going to say yes.
Okay.
I'm going to say yes. I think what Erik ten Hag's done so far has been brilliant. I know, like, there's always seems to be this media hatred or pile on for Man United, but really, from what he's come in, he's taken the job on. He's won a trophy already. He's got them into the top four. They're in Europe again, and I think they're gonna plough on. Like, especially if the Qatari owners take over Man United, because you fully know money's going to be flying about, and you could be seeing some massive names turning up at the club throughout this summer. So yeah, I'm gonna back them again to do the business, I reckon. Yeah,
it's an interesting one with Manchester United. Let's move on to Brighton.
I'm going to say mid-table.
Oh,
I'm going to say mid-table. Now, I know, like, I like Brighton. I love what they're about. This is another like European thing for me, where they've lost Alexis McAllister. They're probably going to lose
Caicedo.
Caicedo, and it's like, well, that's we say this every season for Brighton, right? Because they seem to lose a player every season who's like.
But they bring in a good one.
They bring someone else in who's like good, if not better. But I think when you lose your midfield like that, that's going to be a real struggle. And like, everyone's going to look at Brighton and think, I want you. Like Mitoma's had a great season. Wouldn't be surprised if someone has him. Pascal Grossman, Giza's immense. Like, there's so many great players, but I don't know. Can they go another one when they've got Europe on the cards as well? Like, because I don't know. I'm going to stick on mid-table, just middle of the road. But I love them. I think they're wicked.
Yeah, we might do some shuffling in a bit because Cookie's neglecting this 5 to 10 category.
I am. Yeah.
Chelsea.
I'm going to go. Do you know what? I would stick them in mid-table, but I'm going to go 5 to 10.
Okay.
I like Pochettino. He's a good manager, and I think honestly, you know, I've got love for Graham Potter. I think if they just left Graham Potter to do his thing, the man would have done bits. Like, because what he came into was carnage. Like, players coming in left, right, centre. You look at their squad. Really, it's not the best squad in the world, and there's way too many players, too many young players, no time to gel. Hard task for anyone. But if they can get rid of the deadwood, and if they can get some players that Poch wants in, then I think that 10th or 9th position, maybe even a little bit higher, is probably theirs for me.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, I think Chelsea will improve a bit. Can't be much worse than last year, though.
It's pretty horrendous, wasn't it? It's pretty shocking.
But they've got Poch now, and maybe that brings some good players in.
Yeah.
Let's move on to Palace.
Interesting one, because I think if they can keep the players they've got, then they're a pretty good outfit, you know. Like, you got Eze, Elise. I don't know if Zaha's staying, but they're really strong. They're really good players, and obviously they've got the geezers at the back as well. Is it Gay? I'm gonna stick them in surviving though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But like, if they lose one or two of them,
it was the way the tone just changed. Then you're raving about them, but I'm going to stick them in surviving.
But they've got good individuals. I don't think they're a very good team. And like, they were pretty poo under Patrick Vieira, and then obviously Roy Hodgson comes in, and it's like, hang on a second, how's this dinosaur getting that much out of him? Do you know what I mean?
Oh, he did do amazing with them.
Honestly, it's pretty crazy, isn't it? And like, I don't know, I can't see that staying together. Although they've just made a good signing they've got Lerma from Bournemouth, so that's pretty good.
Yes, that is a good signing. Yeah,
pretty decent.
Fulham.
God, I think we're going to have to change something here, aren't we? Should we stick Brighton 5 to 10? I mean, should we put Fulham in mid-table?
Can do, yeah.
Yeah, should we do that? Go on, change that. Because Brighton could be 10, but I don't think Fulham are going to do the business again.
But Fulham were 10th last year.
Yeah, I mean they're decent, but I don't know. I just think the competition next year is going to be so much more, because the next team we're going to talk about, they're coming back. You fully know they are.
So Liverpool.
Yeah, they're top 4.
Top 4. Yeah. Liverpool bounce back strong.
Come straight back in there.
Yeah.
Straight back in there. Like, you got to realise, like,
challenge for the title.
I just don't think anyone's going to do it against Man City. Like, I would have said Newcastle if they didn't have like a European competition, but I don't know. I just think now they've had their season of like misfortune. They haven't done very well. Now they're going to rebuild. Next season they're going back up there. They're going to hit the heights. You know.
Should we put them in front of United or not?
Nah, leave them 3 for a minute.
Right, Newcastle.
See, this was a difficult one for me because we were talking about this just before we rolled the camera. And we're saying how it's going to be interesting, because you asked me off camera, like, do you think they're going to do it again? And I was like, I don't know, Europe's always a difficult one. They're going to really have to bolster the squad.
Yeah.
But you look at their defensive record this year, unbelievable. Actually, I think, weren't they the best defensive record in the league?
I think they were,
next to Man City. That's an incredible achievement, considering where they were, like 18 months ago or something like that. So I'm going to stick on, for now, top 4. Stick them, get them in the top 4.
Get them in there.
Yeah, because I think they're going to strengthen, and I think like you're going to look at players like James Maddison walking through the door.
Possibly,
immense.
Yeah.
Immense.
What about Eddie Howe?
Love him.
Yeah,
wicked.
Yeah.
Proper good.
Loved him at Bournemouth.
Kieran Tierney as well. Imagine if he walks through the door at Newcastle. It's going to be unbelievable.
I think they should be able to bring.
You're in for Declan Rice.
Quality. Yeah,
it's crazy. And if they get those players, mate, so good, so good. Next team though.
I was going to say, how far do you reckon we are away from seeing Newcastle possibly challenge for the title?
Oh mate, the next couple of years, easy.
Yeah.
Like they sort of like, I wouldn't say they did it this year, but they've definitely laid the foundations with the players they had. Like, it's crazy when you think about it. They did a great job getting all these like workhorses in. Do you know what I mean? Like Dan Burns, a Newcastle boy through and through. They did a really good job of like connecting with the fan base, and I think that's a great foundation to push on with. And I could definitely see them top 4, maybe 5 going into this next season for sure.
Okay, you need to fill these ones up a bit.
I do.
Forest.
Look, we're going to have to do some jigging here, aren't we? Forest surviving.
Okay.
Like, I know they're throwing money here, there, and everywhere, but like, I don't know. I just don't know if it works again. I'm gonna stick them there, right? And based on how they did this season, which I didn't think they would do at all. Like, I didn't think that would happen. Do you know what I mean? Like, I had them to go rock bottom. And come straight back down, but obviously all the signings they brought in, it'll be interesting, right?
Okay, so Forest surviving. Sheffield United.
Stick them in the bottom 3.
we can't have 4 teams.
I'm going to have to figure that out as I go along, do you know what I mean?
What?
But let's be serious.
You've got it all wrong. 4 teams going down. What are you doing?
Sheffield United, though, that's not good, is it?
What?
Look at the teams in that league, and you've got Sheffield United. Like, they're not going to do anything. Let's be serious. Like, I know they came second in the Championship, but for big portions of the season, they didn't look that great. Do you know what I mean? They had a good end, don't get me wrong. Great end. But you're going into a different kettle of fish now. And it's like, nah, I'm not having it. So stick them down there for now. I'll change. That's going to change. Don't you worry about it. Arsenal 5 to 10.
Wow.
Yeah.
Arsenal 5 to 10. Let's put them there.
Yeah, get 5. That sounds good. Yeah.
Explanation?
Yeah, wow. Yeah, it's just one of them, isn't it? Like, do you know what? I've said this a lot, I think, but like, I'm an Arsenal fan if I wasn't a Coventry fan. Like, if I've got a Premier League team, it's Arsenal. So like, I monitor them, I watch them, I think, yeah, decent. And I've got to think, like, next season, man, it's going to be difficult. They're going to be having a lot of games, and like, they've got to really bolster that squad, because it's not the strongest squad in the world. Out of all of those teams, like, in that top 10 region, squad-wise, and I'm talking over 25, it's weak, isn't it? It is weak. Tell me I'm wrong. It's weak. So I just feel like this season it might be one of those where, with the European competitions coming in again, I don't think they're going to be that better placed as they were in the Premier League this season. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
I don't see it happening. But obviously, it surprised me. Go on and do it. See what happens.
What?
Can they do it? Can they go into the top 4? I don't think they can personally.
Tottenham.
Do you know what? They've just got Ange Postecoglou.
From Celtic.
Love it, yeah. I love that, yeah.
Okay.
Aussie geezer. I'm going to have him in 5 to 10.
Where are we sticking them? Behind Arsenal? On Chelsea.
Nah, let's go behind Arsenal.
Well,
Yeah. Now, their biggest problem is if Harry Kane leaves. If Harry Kane leaves, you're losing 30 goals, and you've got to try and find that somewhere else, and that will be a nightmare. And Harry Kane could obviously go to one of those top 4 teams. I think Man United have got a heavy link with him, so it's like that could really bolster Man United and really weaken Tottenham. But that's the biggest thing, right? And obviously this is an early prediction, so let's just assume Harry Kane stays. Ange comes in. He's going to need a season to do some magic and all that. Get rid of some deadwood, bring his players in. I just feel like it's going to be a season of building because. Am I right in saying they're not in Europe either?
No, they finished 8th.
They've got that to go with, right? So they don't have to worry about.
They can concentrate. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah,
They've got one sole focus, and I feel like that could help them. But honestly, if Harry Kane leaves, mate, it's not looking good.
Yeah.
It's not.
He got 30 goals and they finished 8th.
Mad. That's crazy.
Think where they could have been without
Geezer's a hero.
Luton Town.
Do you know what? This is one of the ones with the bottom 3 and surviving that I was a bit like, I don't know. Like, I think it's very easy with Luton to be like, rubbish. But I actually feel like they're a Brentford/Brighton sort of team. Do you know what I mean? In the way that they run.
So
right?
you think they have a chance of staying up?
I do.
Oh, okay.
I do. But then I'm looking around at the other teams thinking, well, really, do they? But I don't know. I sort of want to go rogue here and put them in surviving. Do you know what I mean?
You need to stick 1 or 2 more in mid-table.
I know. I don't know what I'm doing. Like it's a bit hard work, this, isn't it? Like let's stick Luton in surviving.
Wow. Luton Town staying up?
Yeah, I'll jig it around, don't worry. I don't know. I feel like, like I said, they're a Brentford/Brighton in the way they run, and I believe that they could do the business by signing some like low-key players that you've probably never heard of but are actually sick. I can definitely see that happening, but I don't know. Is it a stretch? Am I stretching that a bit?
It's up to you, mate. It's your prediction.
I possibly am, because I was going to stick West Ham in bottom 3.
What?
Yeah.
You got a 5.
I know. That's what I mean. I've got to jig it around. I'm struggling here.
We need to start again.
No, because there's a lot of bad teams here, isn't there? But then at the same time, there's a lot of good ones. It's like, I don't know. I don't know what to say about it.
Right. Let's do West Ham.
Surviving.
West Ham surviving.
Yeah.
Right, and we need to move this around. Give us a quick word on West Ham.
So West Ham are going to lose Declan Rice. He's going, and that's a big part of your midfield gone.
You reckon they can't keep him?
I don't think so.
What about the fact that they've got European football next season, though?
Yeah, exactly. That's going to be. We saw it this season. No good in the Premier League. Shocking. They survived by the skin of their teeth. Amazing that they managed to win the Conference Europe League or whatever it's called. But I don't know. Like it sort of damages their chances in the Premier League, isn't it? So I'm going to stick them surviving again. Stick Aston Villa into mid-table.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we like that.
You need to have 3 in each of these, so you still need to move.
This is a nightmare, this, isn't it?
You hate everyone. You need to move them up a bit.
Right.
Who's coming out of the bottom 3?
Don't know. This is difficult. This bit, because Wolves are really going to look like a shambles, aren't they?
Why? Don't you think they did all right though? When
no. I think they overachieved. If I'm being totally honest, they're losing a lot of players. Like I said, Ruben Neves is a massive loss. So
you don't rate Lopetegui?
He's all right.
Yeah,
but is he gonna? I don't know. Is he gonna be able to like do a whole lot?
Right, go on. Compare those 4 teams. Who's the least worst in your opinion?
It is probably. I reckon it's a toss-up between Burnley and Wolves, but it's a difficult one, isn't it? But I could also say Bournemouth.
You got to say one.
I don't know. Let's go. Do you know what? Let's just go for the media one. Burnley surviving. Yeah, I'm going against everything that I just said. Burnley are surviving. Well done, Vincent Kompany. That's a madness, isn't it? I need someone in 5 and 10 as well.
You need to move. Yeah.
Oh God, I got to keep going. Oh,
what have you done?
Neck.
You need to move 2.
You need Brentford 5 to 10. Get him after Brighton. That's amazing. Right, do I need someone else now? Oh Christ! I need one of them in the mid-table. Oh, this is a nightmare. Crystal Palace. Yeah, Crystal Palace. This is a shambles, isn't it? Are we done now? No. Oh no! What do you mean?
You've got to have 1 more in 5 to 10 and 1 less.
One more's going to go in that top 10. Everton. Sean Dyche's going to work miracles, isn't it? Are we done now?
No.
Oh my God. Right, you didn't tell me this beforehand. This is absolutely awful.
Oh my god.
Making me look B-Tech.
You need to move one from surviving to mid-table.
This is
now.
really hard though when you do it like this. It's like, how am I supposed to justify these positions? Like, because now I'm looking at Fulham thinking, should they go in surviving? But then I'm like, I need to move someone else up. This is a nightmare.
Right,
I'm not having West Ham. Stick Forest in mid-table. This is not going to plan. I can't lie. This is not looking very good.
Oh god, sorry,
Right, hold on.
sorry.
Am I happy with this? Nah, put Wolves. We're moving Wolves. They're going 19th. Burnley, West Ham, Luton going back. Okay, so I'm happy. Right, if we go one down, should we do that? Yeah. So Man City, Man United, Liverpool, Newcastle. I'm happy with that. I'm happy with the second tier. I'll go move. We'll move Villa up. Why can't I move? There we go. Villa up there. Yeah, I'm happy with that now.
Oh,
that was really hard though. Like, you guys watching this video, surely you're looking at that thinking that's about right, isn't it? It was hard though. That was hard because there's a lot of guff in there, and there's pretty decent as well.
Oh,
do you know what I mean? Trying to get them all in positions, that's really difficult. Well, anyway, come the end of the 23-24 season, you look back on this and think, Jesus Christ, that kid has got knowledge.
I don't think so.
Why?
Look at it.
You watch it when Wolves fly down.
Oh god. Everton top 10.
Yeah, easy.
What you got? Wolves down.
Dwight McNeil, mate, flipping out. The geezer's immense.
Arsenal outside the top 4.
To be fair, if they get Rice and Caicedo, I might change that.
What have you done here?
Nah, that's looking good. Why are you laughing?
Nah, do you know what? That's a good list. So then, guys, that wraps up Cookie's tier list. You happy with that?
Yeah, in the end, yeah, it took a bit of work in getting there, but I think, yeah, it's alright now. Why are you laughing?
No, it was a good list. It was a good list.
It is a good list. Like I say, come to the end of the season, you'll come back to this video and think, yeah, man, this kid's got knowledge, isn't it?
If you agree with Cookie's predictions, let us know down in the comments. Do make sure, of course, to drop a like and subscribe for some more brilliant Premier League content. We'll see you in the next one. Peace out.